Ever wonder why your old retro PC loses track of time? It is all thanks to this tiny, dying CMOS battery. Without it, the clock simply resets to 1980.
Welcome back. This is the Logic to Code channel. We take intimidating computer science ideas and break them down with analogies till they actually click. If you're new here, stick around. Today we're learning why computers forget time. If you've ever powered on an old desktop, that's not a bug. That's a small coin-shaped battery. It's running out of juice. Today we're tracing what that battery does. Here's the thing that doesn't add up at first. Your computer's main power comes from the wall, or a laptop battery that you charge like your phone. When that power is gone, unplugged, battery dead, everything shuts off. RAM clears, the screen goes black, all of it. So how does your computer still know what time it is the instant you power it back on, sometimes after being off for months? Something somewhere has to still be running. That something is a small coin cell battery, usually a CR2032, the exact same kind you'd find in a wristwatch, sitting on the motherboard itself. And that's not a coincidence. It's doing almost exactly the same job as a watch battery, powering a tiny, dedicated timekeep circuit that never stops running, even while the rest of the computer is completely powered down. This circuit is called the real-time clock, or RTC. It's a small chip built to do one job: count seconds, forever. That coin battery isn't running your CPU or your screen. It's only running this one tiny clock circuit. A single small battery can last for years, sometimes over a decade, quietly ticking away, inside a machine that's otherwise completely switched off. Right next to that clock sits a small amount of separate memory called CMOS memory. Different from your RAM and power it and time, your boot order basic hardware concentration. Think of it as a tiny notepad that never gets erased, sitting right beside a clock that never stops, both kept alive by a battery so small most people never even know it's there. Let's get specific about what happens at boot. When you press the power button, before your operating system has even loaded, a piece of firmware called the BIOS, or on modern machines UEFI, runs first. One of its very first jobs is to query that RTC chip and read the current time directly out of CMOS memory. That's how your OS to being unplugged for 6 months. It's just asking a chip that's been quietly counting. Now here's where 1970 comes from. Most operating systems don't store time as March 3rd, 2024s that have elapsed since a fixed point, called the Unix epoch. When the CMOS battery dies, the RTC loses power. That stored number resets to 0, which by definition is January 1st, 1970. So next time an old machine boots up thinking no time has passed since 1970, you're not looking at a glitch, you're looking at a tiny battery, the same kind that's probably in a watch drawer in your house. And that's why old computers forget the date. Hit subscribe if this makes sense, and tap the bell so the next one lands in your feed. Drop a comment for next topics. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.